Top 10 Best Isekai Manhwa or Webtoon. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of Isekai Manhwa or Webtoon. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 10 best Isekai Manhwa or Webtoon that are sure to transport you to the otherworldly dimensions filled with magic, adventure, and exciting characters. From epic battles to heartwarming moments, these manhwas have it all. So sit back, relax, and get ready to embark on a journey like no other as we dive into the world of Isekai Manhwa or Webtoon. So, let's get started! Starting off with our number 10, Alquinus. It tells the story of Kang Ji-hoon, an ordinary high school student who dies in a painful accident and finds out in the underworld that he's actually a water spirit king who was mistakenly born as a human. The manhwa follows the adventures of Alquinus as he navigates this new world and learns to make water spirits. Alquinus is a light-hearted story that's enjoyable in its simplicity. The characters are likable and the plot stays on course. What makes it stand out from other reincarnation mangas is that it's different and refreshing. However, one downside is that it can be too simple and lacks depth at times. The world building could be also better. Despite its flaws, I highly recommend Alquinus to anyone who enjoys reincarnation manga. It's a fun read that will keep you entertained with its unique take on the genre. Number 9. The Scholarly Reincarnation. It's a light-hearted and funny story which is a refreshing take on the reincarnation genre. The protagonist has had a difficult life and is reincarnated into a completely different environment. It's heartwarming to see him experience genuine care and love from his family and others around him. His father and mother are extremely loving and supportive of his abilities, and his young sister admires him. This motivates him to protect them all with his might, and he continues to pursue martial arts. The story explores how people treat him differently due to his strength, wealth, and status. The character development is well written, and it's interesting to see how his emotions, beliefs, and actions evolve throughout this new life. The humor and comedy in the story add to its charm, and all the characters are well developed and multidimensional. Overall, I loved every aspect of the scholarly reincarnation and would highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys the reincarnation genre. Number 8. Bug Player. The story revolves around Taipong Shin, who knows the ins and outs of his favorite MMO video game, Paradiso. After his untimely death, he is reincarnated as Jared, a delinquent lord of Frozen Province in the same game world. He must navigate his way through the game and use his knowledge of glitches to become the main character of his new adventure. The story has a great start and progress at a good pace. The chapters are long and not too short, which is a plus. However, some of the fights can be a bit anticlimactic. The art in Bug Player is excellent, and the fact that it's in full color adds to the experience. The sideline characters are also drawn well, better than some main characters in other manhwas. The character development in the story is amazing, with some characters evolving from being nuisance to some of the best characters in the story. Overall, Bug Player is a great read with a good story, amazing character development, and top-notch art. It's definitely worth giving a try. Number 7. The Second Coming of Gluttony. A manhwa with a unique take on the fantasy isekai genre. Unlike most manga in this genre, the main character can return to Earth whenever he wants, and the fantasy world has an RPG theme with people from Earth transported into it. This sets it apart from other stories in the same genre. One of the most refreshing aspects of the story is that the main character doesn't start out overpowered like in typical fantasy isekai manga. Instead, he grows stronger gradually. The art is done with intensive detail and various tones and shades of color that complement the story and characters perfectly. Overall, The Second Coming of Gluttony is a recommended read for anyone looking for something unique in the fantasy isekai genre. The different approach it takes from the classics makes it a refreshing and enjoyable story. Number 6. Daughter of the Emperor. The manhwa, Daughter of the Emperor, tells the story of Ariadna, a young girl who is born to royalty and is daughter of a tyrant king who has conquered 10 empires. Despite the dangers, Ariadna strives to survive and establish a relationship with her father. However, after reading 100 chapters, the story setting has become monotonous, and I hope that the author will add new elements to the story, such as sending Ariadna to a boarding school or having her explore other countries to make the plot more exciting. Despite the predictable plot development, I still love the story and the characters' relationship, but they believe that adding more variety to the story's environment will make it even better. Overall, it's a really good manhwa to read out there. Moving on to our number 5, Crimson Karma. The manhwa Crimson Karma features a protagonist named Cassia del Roman, who was once an emotionless killer and finds herself on a battlefield with a different world after her death. She faces the choice of either continuing her old ways or starting anew. The story manages to keep the readers engaged by throwing in unexpected events just when it seems to be getting dull, which is both a good and a bad thing. The art is vibrant and doesn't strain the eyes, although the proportions could be improved. Cassia's character fits perfectly in the story, but the prejudice against her for being a woman can be frustrating. Overall, the manhwa is rated 3.5 out of 5 stars. Despite some flaws, Crimson Karma is a decent read for those who enjoy action and fantasy stories with interesting character development. Number 4. The Live. The story in manhwa The Live revolves around Yoon-jae, a man who leads a miserable life after his wife and daughter were brutally murdered. However, his journal reveals a mysterious sentence that pulls him into a parallel universe where everyone is a player in a lethal game, and the final survivor will be granted any wish. The story follows Yoon-jae's desperate journey to reunite with his family and be the last one standing in this hellish world. Overall, The Live is a good manhwa with a likable main character who is smart, cunning, and always chooses the most logical solutions. The tutorial arc was not boring, and the artwork by Ant Studios is amazing. However, the story does slow down after the tutorial arc, but based on previous chapters, it's clear that the pace will pick up again. If you're a fan of manhwas with parallel universes and survival games, then The Live is definitely worth checking out. Number 3. Omniscient Reader. The manhwa we're talking about is called Omniscient Reader. It's about a guy named Doksa who finds out that his favorite web novel is coming to life and he's the only one who knows how it ends. He ends up becoming the protagonist of the story and sets out to change its course to save humanity. After reading over 100 chapters of this manhwa, I can confidently say that it's a masterpiece and I highly recommend it to everyone. Usually, I wait until I finish a series or drop it to do a review, but this one is an exception. The plot is engaging and the characters are well developed, making it a captivating read. Overall, Omniscient Reader is a must-read for fans of the fantasy genre. Number 2. Dr. Elise. In Dr. Elise, we follow Dr. Sung, the youngest professor at a top Korean medical school. In her previous life, she was a princess and now she wakes up as a Princess Elise. But with the knowledge of a master surgeon, she can mend her past relationships and heal the allying empire. This manga combines medical knowledge, reincarnation, a strong female lead, understandable kingdom politics, and really nice artwork, which makes it a good read. Medical manga with colored illustrations are rare, and this one falls prey to the trend of reincarnation, but it is not bad. The female lead just wants to be herself and not reveal that she is a surgeon from the modern era. Also, she doesn't want to be imprisoned in a marriage with the prince. With nice artwork and a good plotline, Dr. Elise seems promising and is definitely worth a read. And finally, number 1. The Beginning After the End. The Beginning After the End is an isekai story about a king named Gray, who gets reborn in a new world as a baby. He has a chance to live his life again, but it's not going to be easy. He needs to correct the mistakes he made in his past life and face new challenges in this magical world. The story is a mix of humor and sadness that will make you laugh and cry. What's unique about this manhwa is that we get to see the characters' growth from infancy to adulthood. We also get to meet interesting characters like dragons and explore the new world with Gray. Although some of the characters can be annoying, the main character is likable and the side characters are enjoyable. The artwork is excellent and it fits the story perfectly. Overall, The Beginning After the End is one of the best isekai stories out there. It has a good story, likable characters, and amazing artwork. I highly recommend this manhwa to anyone who loves isekai stories. And that concludes our list of the top 10 best isekai manhwa or Webtoon. We hope you enjoyed our recommendations and found a new favorite to add to your reading list. If you have any other suggestions or recommendations, please let us know in the comment sections down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching and happy reading!